Welcome back to the channel, guys. Judo Sloth here. I hope you're having a good one. Today I am going to be boosting up the super giants, and that is all thanks to your recommendation, my subscribers. Now, if you are not a subscriber of the channel, you're much less likely to see the community posts which involve the questionnaires like this, any other images that I share, and basically if you want to see that stuff, be sure to subscribe down below. You might also want to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos when they go live. But an astounding victory for the super giants, so that is what I am going to be boosting up today. 60,000 dark elixir, and I think I want to test it out with the Yeti Smash, the super Yetis. I think it's going to be amazing. So a regular Yeti Smash, I've dropped the PEKKA out of the army composition, and I will be using the super giants alongside that. So let's go ahead and create the boost now. Super giants, I might take a screenshot of that just for Instagram so I can let you guys know that the super giants were the next one that we have done. I don't think we need to try it. We did plenty of videos on this. I know what it did. 60,000 dark elixir. It seems a lot, doesn't it? But let's go for it, guys. There we have it. If I'd have been quick there, I need to remember, I'm a bit of a screenshot guy. I like to screenshot random stuff, share it with you guys on Instagram. You like it. And also I tend to put some really good ones on the community tab as well. But for a split second, when we boosted the super giant, it had 7 days. I've got to remember that. You guys can hopefully remind me when we are going to be boosting the super barb or the sneaky goblin. We might be able to grab that screenshot. But anyways, guys, I will be putting out a questionnaire in about a week's time to find out what you want me to boost next, so be sure to be subscribed in order to see that. So we have the super giant. How many can we get in this army composition? Normally I take 4 PEKKA, which is 100 troop capacity. So in terms of the giants, we can get 10 of them. I think that's a pretty good amount, guys. This strategy basically will use a Grand Warden Walk, the Siege Barracks, and then the Yeti and the giants coming through the center. Now, I do have Earthquake spells getting cooked up here, but I'm not entirely sure that I need the Earthquake spells, because the super giants are the ones that will punch through the wall. So I tell you what, guys, why don't we scrap the Earthquakes? And we might go back to that later on in the video if this isn't working. But I think we might as well go with a heal. The giants can basically be healed up very quickly and then have a lot of health. That might help us. Do we have any freeze spells? We don't. Heal and 2 freeze, I think, for this first attack. That should enable us to get a good way through the base. And, oh no, we don't have any training potions. Not in the daily deals. That's where I tend to get them. So, I need to hope we do, guys. It's only 10. I tend to use my league medals for the training potion. Let's go ahead and use that to get ready. And unfortunately, I keep telling you that I'm going to stay in Legends League, but I keep dropping out of it. I miss my attacks. So unfortunately, we're going to be in High Titans today as we do the attacks. Hopefully get ourselves back to Legends League, but let's go ahead and feature some of the Super Yeti attacks. Okay, so starting things off, guys, this one has nearly 30 trophies. That's pretty good in terms of getting back to Legends League. A little bit strange in terms of loot spread around the base, but one thing I do notice is a scatter shot out of action. Now, whenever you can take advantage of something like that, then you should be. So why don't we start with a Grand Warden Walk down to the bottom of the base here and get the healers in. And I think the baby dragon to help support here will be good. Then my idea is Siege Barracks and King to this side. Giants coming straight up the gut here. There's a little bit of a path that the giants can take alongside my Yetis. So let's go with the King on this side. There is a Single Target Inferno there, but I basically want the Grand Warden to do a little bit more funneling before I move into the process of using the Giants, and I need to take care of that Single Inferno as well. So I'm actually going to press my King's ability in a second. Let's go ahead and press that. Funnel is getting there. Let's get a Wizard onto here. Then let's go with the Yetis, the Giants coming forward. One more balloon, the Queen, and let's see, what should we do with the Royal Champion? King's ability was used. Can use a rage initially, followed by the jump here. We've got a massive hogs coming out, which the heal spell was used for. Let's go ahead and use one of them. Let's get the Royal Champion down the side of the base here, and I think probably freeze the Eagle Artillery. Another rage spell in the center. Grand Warden, where are you at? Move forward. Press the ability. Most of the giants weren't within that. So let's go ahead and heal the giants up. Although we do have the Yetis on the opposite side of the base. That's looking relatively good. Get a few wizards down here with that minion. The giants, though, taking huge damage. Hopefully they can get through the Single Target Inferno. I'm not too worried about that freeze spell right now, guys, because I want to save it for that back end Single Target Inferno in case it gets onto the Queen of the Royal Champ. Come on, come on. Getting ready with the Royal Champ's ability. Hopefully she can get straight to the Single Target Inferno. Not quite, but let's freeze it anyway. Get the other defenses in that range in terms of the Grand Warden's altar. And I think this looks relatively good. We don't really need to use the poison spell. There you go. The Super Yeti attack strategy. Let's press that Queen's ability. Help us through. Do we use the poison? Let's find out. Whenever I go back to base, most of the time I end up having 2 poisons. It's just the way it ends up, and I need to drop them out of the army composition. But I'm curious. I'll let you know on the next raid. That went pretty well, though. Now, here's the question. Was it better than having PEKKA? I think in this scenario, it was, because the Single Target Infernos would have wrecked the PEKKA, and the Giants did a really good job of tanking as the Yetis came through. So a brilliant one to open up this video, and certainly the Super Yetis could be an attack strategy you should be thinking about. Okay, I am going to attack this base. Yes, it has some defenses upgrading, which is great. I mean, if you're in multiplayer, you want that. But look at how tight the base is. I just want to see the Yetis crush this. So why don't we start with the Grand Warden, just get things underway. You know what I'm like, guys. I tend to run out on time because I get overconfident on these things. And why don't we just get a minion there to help out? Now, I have dropped a heal spell. I've gone with all rage spells for the reason that really I just felt like I healed the giants for no reason in that last attack. And one thing I want to do here is test out with 3 rage spells. Let's get everything going in here. I want to use the King to tank, the Baby Dragon, and probably the Royal Champion on this side as well. Before I get the giants coming through the center, let's get that funnel created. Now let's get the Yetis in here. With the giants, they should go straight for the middle. Let's get a balloon in there with the Queen, and everything's looking good at this point. Let's rage for the giants to bust through the walls. Look at that. They do that incredibly. We can jump on the Town Hall. Grand Warden's ability might have been a bit too early there, especially with putting the jump on the Town Hall. That might not have been the best play. I should have allowed my troops around it. So let's freeze the Scattershot and the Single Target Inferno, getting ready to rage the troops again. Exactly, they have gone into the center, so that was not ideal on my front. Let's use the freeze again. We've got the heal, which I forgot to use on the Hog Riders, and we still have the healers in the center. I feel like we can now use the heal over to the giants, since as soon as I said that, the healers went down. And since this is the super strategy, we need to try and protect the Yetis and the giants together. Now, one of the disadvantages of having the PEKKA in your army composition is exactly what we were saying in the last one, that Single Target Infernos can wreck you, but the giants seem to be working really well to help protect that. And you can use bowlers when there are more Single Target Infernos. Obviously you do see that as a method, but the bowlers can be quite squidgy, whereas the giants are not. And the other advantage is I only took 1 jump spell here. The giants, look, punched their way through the wall beautifully, as long as you can create the funnel for them. So they seem to be working okay at the moment. I know we haven't hit maxed out bases, guys, but we are funning around with this strategy, and it is certainly fun to use. So another successful victory for the Super Yeti. This might be something that we research a little bit more and bring you even more videos about. So looking at this one, it doesn't have as many trophies. It still has 20, mind. That's a good amount, but it does have something I've been talking about. a walkable Inferno for the Grand Warden. Now remember, whenever you can take something like that, it has to be either the Inferno Tower, the Eagle Artillery, or the Town Hall. Then you want to try and do that. Main reason is it just gets one of the key defenses out of the way and will mean that it helps the Yetis as they move through. Now you've got to be careful about the scatter shot. The scatter shot does a lot of damage to the Grand Warden, and one thing you cannot do is basically take that huge damage. Let's go with the King and the Siege Barracks to that other side, because it's not going to be long here before the Grand Warden gets the multi-Inferno, and as soon as he does, that is when you need your Yetis, the Giants, everything like that coming forward, and the Giants should come in towards the cannon and then punch in towards the Archer Tower after that. Now, we will be losing the Hog Riders to that right-hand side, but I'm keeping a close eye on it because we might be able to heal them through and get the Inferno. So let's go with the Giants and then the Yetis, the Queen, and here come the Hog Riders. Look, unfortunately, we do have the balloons in that area, and I don't really want to poison them because we have balloons over in the other area. As long as the Hog Riders get the multi, I'll be relatively happy with that, but they do not, in fact. Let's just see where these troops go. Let's get the jump spell here. Then let's go with the Grand Warden's ability. I don't want the balloons taking huge damage, but I wanted to delay the ability that maybe we get through the Town Hall, and we did. The Giga Bomb did not indeed blast us. Now, I was waiting to see where to put the Royal Champion. I've decided to go at the top. Let's freeze this entire area. We did get the Eagle Artillery, and then we can rage down the other side as well. Keeping an eye on that single, guys. Keeping a very close eye on that. But look at the Giants. They are continuing to tank it, and it helps our troops through. We can use the baby dragon now on the outside with the wizards. Now that the defenses are tanked, we can get the balloon over to that side. I don't even think we need the freeze, but we might as well use it for, well... no reason. I was going to freeze the double cannon, and the Royal Champion's ability slammed through it. So there you go. I'm pretty happy with this as a strategy, and I do think that using it traditionally as the Yeti Smash, you would Grand Warden walk, Siege Barracks on the other side. You can use the Battle Blimp method as well, guys. Let's use the Queen. Might as well get some health back, and we've still got quite a few Giants, look. I think they're better than I thought. I underestimated them. I'm going to be honest, I underestimated them. Let me know if you have any experience of these super giants down in the comments section. Well, we found a Legend League player. It's a pretty good base, to be honest with you guys. I'm not 100% how I'm going to attack it, and it does have good loot. So a good way to celebrate moving out of Titans into Legends League. But I really need to make sure to just continue with my attacks and not forget about them like I always do. So the one thing I want to try and do here is Warden walk the Scattershot. I don't think there's too many defenses in the area. It should be relatively okay. And I do think using the Siege Barracks, the King, and then the Royal Champion down to this area is going to be good luck. And then Scattershot is taking a lot of damage. Warden's taking damage. Come on, get that. Yes, Warden got it. We can use the Giants and the Yetis to come through. King has done a good job with the Royal Champion in setting that funnel. We have lured a giant out of the clan castle, and I really like the fact that the Royal Champion went and took down what she did. Now, let's use the jump spell because we have a lot of troops going in the wrong direction here, and the Royal Champion is taking out the dragons. I was debating using my poison, and I probably should have, because they've gone down anyway. Grand Warden's ability didn't quite protect the troops in the middle, but the Queen will take that. Let's use the rage. This is quite a hectic raid. Let's just be fair about that, guys. This is quite hectic. Let's get some wizards on that side to help with the Yetis. And we might be able to use the balloons. Look at the Giants go! Look at them go! We can freeze the Scattershot to try and help. Manage to get the multi-target Inferno there as well. And this is where the Giants are proving their worth. I really wish we had some healers right here, because that would help our Giants massively. And that's where we have just fell a little bit short. We might be able to use the queen's there. No, I thought the balloon might be good to take down the cannon, help the giants, but unfortunately we are not going to get the 3 stars on this one. A fun one to finish off the episode though, guys. We do have the queen circling around, and we still got a decent percentage. We've got 80%, most of the loot. Fallon 34, you have defeated us this time, but maybe, just maybe, when we both sign up for Legends League, because that's what happens, guys, if you did not know. Obviously, Fallon 34 has hit the requirement, he's gained the Legend League badge, but then hasn't signed up. So if he's then logged off, he's still searchable in the clouds, and that's how I've then found him. That's pretty cool, actually, isn't it, guys? What we might do is, I should have asked you that as a question, and this is something I've been thinking about. Maybe at the end of the video we ask you guys a question and we answer that question in the next video in itself. So that's kind of cool. Maybe I should have done that. Let's start off nice and easy. If you are still here, drop down in the comments for me. I'll let you cheat a little bit on this one as well, guys. The super troops, let's keep it at that. The giants, if you've watched the full episode, you should know the answer to this. How much troop capacity is the super giant? Let me know down in the comments. We will be answering that question at the start of next Let's Plays video, or maybe we'll just do it tomorrow's video. We'll see. I am going to rotate my content, a little bit more educational, Let's Play, and kind of rotate it like that, guys. Anyways, if you want to see the last Let's Play video we did, it was using the super wall breakers, the final day of it. I've linked that video right here for you. I think you will enjoy it, so I'll see you across there. If not, guys, let me know down in the comments how much troop capacity the super giant is. I will be asking the next question in the next video as well. But until then, you guys stay home, stay safe, and have a good one. I hope you haven't gone anywhere. Bonus clip, guys. We did get to Legends League. I've signed up, so the next Let's Play episode should feature us in Legends League. So there we are, guys. Big thumbs up. Take care.